Hi everybody, I'm back today with another video, and this time it's going to be something that has been frustrating me, and I'm sure a lot of people can sympathize with me. In the planner world, sometimes you find a really great product and you use it and it's fantastic, solves a lot of issues for you, and then it becomes discontinued. And what I want to talk about today is the Martha Stewart Dewdrops. Many of you have these and have had them. Unfortunately, the Martha Stewart line has been discontinued. It was available at Staples, and with the demise of that line, there goes a lot of the products that we loved. I bought a few other products of hers from this home office line. And also the Staples have also started closing their stores, one of which is my store here in my town. So that's an issue with me, and I've been thinking about how I'm going to solve this problem. And I think I found a solution, which is what I want to share with you today. Now, she doesn't call these dewdrops, she calls them removable color coding labels. This is one of my last packages that I got, and I've been hoarding it. And I even looked on eBay the other day, just a couple days ago, and they are not even selling them. They're just completely out every single place you go. You can't even buy them on eBay. That's pretty bad. So, this is what I've come up with. I found this punch. This is a Fiskars punch, and this is their large petal punch. Now, you can know these by all different kinds of names. They're either dewdrops, teardrops, petals, raindrops. It's just the same basic shape. So this is, like I said, the Fiskars large petals punch. This is a really good punch. This is like arthritis approved, so it's not going to be hard on your hands or anything. They also have one that's an extra large, just to let you know, just to make sure that I personally prefer the large. The extra large has just two bigger petals, and there's not the center right here, because this is actually for scrapbookers to make flowers, which I'm not one, but I do love it for this. Now, you can buy some of these shapes on Etsy. They come in a lot of different colors these days. There are a lot of creative people making their own stickers. If you do go that route, something that you need to keep in mind is that these are removable, repositionable, and a lot of the stickers that you buy on Etsy are not. So you just need to keep that in mind, because the way I use them, I need to move them around. And I will show you one right here. This is one of my, I don't know if you can see it, but right here the edges are all scuffed up, it's dirty. I have just been moving this around because green is finances, so I mark, when I have budget meetings and something, a bill due. So I have moved this sucker around many, many times. And I have used these until there's absolutely no stick on them, and I regrettably have to throw them away because I knew that they are not available anymore. But with this petal punch, I think I have found that solution. So with this, all you need is this punch. It retails for about $15. You can find it at any scrapbook or online at Amazon. And of course, we want to be frugal, so use your coupon. You can get at least 40% off. If not, sometimes they have sales up to 60 or 70. So there's you go. There's your first supply that you need. And the only other thing you need is just some kind of sticker paper or any kind of adhesive paper. And I'll show you some examples of that. My favorite is, this is just a roll of contact paper. And this is obviously blue. This is one of the darker colors that they have, but I do like this color. They've also got the light pink. Now, these dewdrops used to have, before this 5-pack, several years ago, they had one that had like an ice blue as well as this turquoise blue and also a very light pink. So I kind of like this light pink, and that's where I started getting my wheels turning on how I could get all these colors that she had because her the 7-pack of different colors, that was discontinued before this 5-pack. So they have rolls of pink, they have rolls of red, and I prefer the solid colors. They've got green, they've got light blue, they've got yellow. So any kind of solid color is what I was looking for. Also, this is kind of cool. This is the chalkboard. So you can use any of your chalk markers or anything else on this, or just have the black. I like that. And then also something that you can look for is this is a see-through transparent book cover. So this right here, the regular contact paper, is just going to be a solid. You're not going to be able to see through. But if you want a transparent, this is kind of cool. You can use, look, you can see right through that. This is normally for book covers, especially during back to school time. You're going to be able to see a lot of like the locker adhesive paper that you stick on your lockers to decorate, or these book covers. So I think this was $1.49. These rolls like this, if you can see, they come in 2 different sizes. So like this pink one is a lot thinner than the yellow one. This is going to be more like $10 for the roll, and this pink one was probably $4 or $5. So just to give you an idea on pricing, now that does seem expensive. It's probably an upfront cost, but I've seen plenty of people who have bought, you know, a sheet about this size of a sticker that's for $5. So I would much rather have, you know, this humongous roll for $5 or $10 even. Some other options that you have are, this is going to be really shiny. This is all metallic paper. This is scrapbook paper that I found at Hobby Lobby. Sorry if there's a glare, but they've got cool metallic colors. You can write on these with permanent marker. An ultrafine Sharpie is going to be your pen of choice with these. But those are cute. As you can see, I've cut out some other shapes with those. But these probably are about, I'm going to say $2 per sheet, and they regularly go on sale for 50% off. So that's another option if you're a glittery, shiny, sparkly person. Here's couple other packs that I've had. And this is, let me see if I can see that. Cosmo Chicks is the brand. Let's see, I actually got this at my local cosmocricket.com. That's where you get these. And I only found the pinks and the blues pack, but I just thought that was really cool. I'm not really a glittery person, but once in a while, you know, it'd be fun to just have a glitter teardrop. Then there is also, if you want some pattern paper, there is this We Are Memories Keepers, and here's all the patterns there. You can write on this with Sharpie. I have another pack that I've used with some other shapes, so you can write on this. So that's another option. Then another option is, this is for the silhouette. Again, this is patterned. I probably wouldn't use something as, you know, busy as that, but you know, the stripes and the dots, and that one's little stars, and then maybe this diagonal. I would use those for teardrops. And then last but not least, there's a product out there called Shaven tape. This used to be all over the scrapbook stores, and they're not so much anymore. I don't know if I can get this in the frame, but this is a particular pack that has a variety. So you've got 2 solids here, and then 2, this is actually tags that you can use, but you can use your teardrop around those. This is diagonal. Then they have a couple of variety packs like that. And then they have a whole bunch of different, where it's just a single color and then different patterns. So every single one of these will at least have 1 solid in them. And, you know, then of course these, if you're into the patterns, you can use that. These I could not find at any scrapbook store or craft store in my area. I live in a smaller metropolitan town. But I could find this, I found all of these on Amazon. So there's an orange, pink. This is their red, which isn't really a true red. It's more like an orangish red. We've got the teal, navy, gray, silver, gold, black, and then this is the neon. So anyway, lots of choices there. I'm not going to really talk about ways to use them. There's a lot of ways to use all of this stuff, but a couple of the more creative ways are to take, for instance, your Studio LTE stamps. They've got all of these calendar reminders, and you can just stamp them on here. You will probably have to use something like this, which is an archival dye ink, or there's also StazOn, which is another permanent ink. That's what I would use. The Martha Stewart ones are paper, but if you're going to have something like the contact paper, which is more of a plasticky feel, you are going to have to use some kind of permanent ink on that. And then you can also just write with, you're going to have to use an ultrafine Sharpie, which here's my trusty Sharpie. So you can just write on those, decide on if you're going to do a color coding system, but as you can see with the choices I've just shown you, lots and lots of different color options, and you can just decide what you want to do. The other thing you can do that I found recently, is what I've been thinking about, is with your label maker. They have clear tapes now. And so this one is just black print, but they also have, I got the one with it's clear with gold writing and clear with white writing. So maybe on the, like, you know, the darker ones, the black and the royal blue, I would probably use the clear with the white with my label maker. And then also, another one of my favorite products are these little stickers. These are the brands that I really like, the 1 Point Seal, and then there's the Mind Wave Schedule Seal. So as you can see, these are mini calendar stickers, but look, they would be perfect on those. And I've actually punched a couple for you just so you can compare. So as you can see, they are a little bit skinnier than the Martha Stewart Teardrops. They are not quite as fat, and I would say just maybe a millimeter off as far as the height. But I'm actually preferring this size right now because I am in my Midori Traveler's Notebook. Actually, it's not Midori, just kidding. I made it myself. But as you can see, the smaller size is really good. So you can use it this way if you want to mark something. Like I said, I mark, if I have my money, I would just mark it over here. Sometimes if I have a bill due, you can just mark it. So it's a good to use as like a pointer. You can use it this way for recurring tasks, like household tasks. You can just move it from one side to the next page, or the next week, or the next month, whichever ones you're tracking. So there's just a lot of different ways to use these. They're very versatile, and like I said, I needed to come up with a solution on how to get these since they're not available anymore. Another thing that I thought of is if you have a friend or if you have your own vinyl maker, you can just use those scraps from your vinyl to do the same thing. They're just like contact paper. This is actually, it's pretty thin. It's paper thin. I don't know if you can see, but it's really thin. So I personally, they do have cardstock adhesive, but I wouldn't use those. I don't like using something puffy or cardstock type paper in my planner just because it bulks it up. And I'd probably be okay because I just do 1 month inserts at a time. But that's just my personal preference. Anyway, I just thought I'd share this quick tip so you could have an unlimited supply of those versatile teardrops, and you can just do whatever you want with it and just be creative. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.